Hi, I'm John, and this is hopefully the last month where I dedicate the majority of a video to fixing my... Oh, by the way, if you didn't catch it last time, his name is... Alright, fellas, last time, this thing didn't have gears. So I contacted the manufacturer on AliExpress. Not those. They sent in some parts. So let's assemble this. I need new pants because I lied. These aren't the parts that came in. These are. So now I'm gonna follow the instructions and stuff. Alright, so let me kind of explain what's happening here. I can't turn on this machine because this fan is broken. It's not broken because I disconnected it. It's broken because the fan is broken. I disconnected trying to diagnose it. But basically, yeah, I can't print anything right now. I can't even turn on the printer because the software locks it so that if this thing doesn't turn on, the entire printer won't turn on. You'll see that this is on, but the motherboard is on through the Raspberry Pi. So basically, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take out the fan that's in here. The fan that's in there was originally this fan. So then I'm going to replace that again. And because the thing can't turn on, I'm going to change out this first. And then what I'm going to do is after I can turn on the printer, I'm going to yank out the filament so I can install the tool head from last month. And so then we can print the parts for the BL Touch and the extruder. Is that a good plan? I hope so. Okay, so something I just noticed, which is on me, because I should know more about the stuff I'm buying. But, as you can see, the polarities on this is a pretty bad background for it. On the left is the standard JST pin connection. On the right is the heat break fan that I bought. You'll see the polarities are swapped color-wise. That's fine, right? Well, the motors in these fans are polar components. So, if I plug them in with the red being the positive and the black being the ground, it won't spin. But if I swap them with the black on the positive terminal and the red on the ground, they will spin. This is a car battery. There you go. So when I'm soldering this, I have to keep in mind that the polarity on this wire is swapped. Fellas, it's working. Fellas, it's working. It's so loud. It's quite powerful too. I'm now setting up an open media vault following this video, which I will drop in the description below. And I'm following it to create a NAS out of this really old laptop. There's only 4 gigs of RAM on here, so hopefully everything works out. Alright, so I made a little mount for the BL Touch. I grabbed this off GrabCAD. This little mount, let's open it. I'm not the only one that's done this. Some other people have used something like this, a setup like this to hold their BL Touch. This is what I'm struggling with. I'm struggling to find a way to connect the orbiter extruder to the whole thing. Is there a good solution to this? I do have nuts. So maybe if I slid my nuts into the skeleton and use those nuts to hold the extruder, can that work? Oh, another thing I guess I could do is I saw a little picture. I saw this. It gave me an idea to just mount it over. I don't know how well it'll work for an Ender 3 because this looks like to be one for a Core XY. I'm not too sure. It's just off vibes. Core XY. Oh no, this is for an Ender 3. This works. Core XY. Yeah. Okay. I might just do that then. So while it's printing, let me tell you a very big problem I just noticed. These fans aren't doing shit. So, if you look over here, this percentage indicates the part cooling fan. And if you look at it, you will see that the part cooling fan is completely still. Okay, so, for some reason, it's really funny, because I tested this, didn't work. I tested the polarity on it, everything was right. Tested it again, didn't work. Did everything again the 3rd time, and then now it works. Turns out, everything's fine. The problem is actually with this fan. This specific fan. This one is broken. That one's not. It's not the soldering, because both ports work, although the soldering is pretty bad. The problem was that, I guess, like this one, when it got delivered to me, this part was already broken, and I guess while it was being shipped or something got dislodged, something got bumped around. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna order a new one. Another thing, air is leaking out at the slots. For now, this is as much as I want to do, because I am so tired. I am so tired right now. Fellas, it's done. It is done. The S50 Salamander toolhead. Well, the model is done. It's not like the first model is complete. This isn't a lot of work, so it's kind of embarrassing that it took me like more than a month to do. So instead of sliding my nuts into the skeleton, I'm gonna slide it above the skeleton and under the extruder. I might have to fix this in the future, but right now it works. No, this looks really janky. Hopefully it's not. Now all I have to do is print this and put it together. I figured this out last night, kinda. No, like that's pretty much it. You know, this little tab, this little extrusion. Oh, hey, Chance. My dog's upstairs now. Hey, buddy. You wanna go for a walk? You look excited. Have you ate yet? Did you finish your food? Buddy? Chance, your tail's so big. You're. Oh, don't do that in my room. Come on. Do it in the other room. I'm gonna have to vacuum this whole place again. All right, bud. Let's go for. Okay, I guess I gotta go. I have been summoned by my dog. Last time I ended the video on this side was bumping into this stop. The way I solved it was I just moved it forward. Horrible idea. But if it works, it works. I'll fix it in the future. Fellas, this is the BL Touch mount, and it's on there now. Another reason I'm holding off putting the orbiter extruder on here is because I cut a slot here for this mount to go on, so I can't really put on the orbiter extruder right now. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty rough patch for me. The printer's not working. I'm actually going crazy because I'm sick right now. It clogged again. Every time I unclog it, it's the same reason. So I'm going to diagnose that later. But right now, I just installed the packages for Open Media Vault on that. After I installed it, I can't SSH into it anymore. The fucking NAS won't work when I'm trying to set it up. For some reason, I'm trying to fix that now. For some reason, and for some reason, it's not working. The passwords are right. The permissions are right. I still can't secure shell into it. I can do it as root. I don't want to do it as root. This thing keeps clogging. I had changed filament because the other one ran out. And now it just keeps clogging. I don't know why. I don't know. I genuinely don't know why it keeps clogging. And I'm sick right now. Like, there's nothing is working. Nothing I have spent the last 2 months working on is working. I have 2 weeks until I move to campus. Something like that. I still have to find a roommate. I still have to write my resume for my co-op application. I still have to pay my tuition, which I think I have to borrow money from my parents, but that's whatever. I don't have enough for a car. I'm in a really rough patch right now. Mostly because I'm sick. I usually go on life with, I can tank it. I can get through it. Right now, I sound extra sad because I'm sick. I'm not that sad. I'm just pretty defeated. I just don't know why I'm doing this. You know, like, there's reasons, but, like, is it worth it? Is this worth it? I'm sorry I ranted like that. This probably won't even make it to the video because rants like these got deleted last month because I didn't know how to put them into the video. Nothing is working. Nothing is working. I have spent 2 straight days in a row, back to back, on this piece of shit. I am going to throw my head against the wall if something good doesn't happen in the next 24 hours. Fellas, it is 11 p.m. at night, and I just did 2 tests, 2 thermal cycles, just to see if it will clog, if the heating up part is what's causing it to clog, and it's not. And so I don't know what's causing it to clog. Maybe it's just how dirty this bed is. Like, that could be a reason, I guess. Another thing I've noticed is that my mainsail disconnects from the server a lot. So I'm gonna start a print to see what's clogging it, and if it doesn't clog, because I'm watching it, I'm gonna throw hands. I walk down to this. You've got to be kidding me. One thing I can think of right now is over amperage. So maybe removing one of the cooling fans will do the job, but that will kill the quality quite a bit. I'm trying to reprint this vent right here because it got kicked around a couple times. Okay, so it clogged again, even though I just spent like some time trying to fix it. It clogged again. I checked everything. It wasn't the thermistor, it wasn't the heating element, I think. I'll check that out later, but I have a theory. I think the problem is heat creep again. And before, it wasn't a problem because this piece wasn't obstructing airflow. But I thought this fan was so big that this piece wouldn't be a problem, but I guess that it was. So I'm going to remove this, rework the piece, and see if that helps. Okay, so I think my theory was right, because I took off the BL mount and everything prints fine. This is the Benchy that I just printed. Unfortunately, I will have to spend another video on this. I am just moving too slowly and working on too many things at the same time. So I'm gonna print another skeleton, just so that I can mount the orbiter extruder on there, and then I'm going to redesign the BL mount because you know there's a problem. Don't mind me, I'm just using a meat thermometer to see if it's 50 degrees at the top, because if it is, yeah, that's heat creep. If it's not, then I don't know. It's still right. The temperature's still rising, so I set this whole system up just so heat creep wouldn't be a thing, and then it starts heat creeping. It looks like it's stabilizing around 32. It shouldn't be heat creeping at all. I don't know what the problem is. It might be the Bolden tube. I might just have to cut a longer one. That could be a problem. I'm not sure. Hey guys, this is my route. This is my journey of trying to make this crap into a network attached storage, and so ChatGPT just told me this. It told me to give up. That's crazy. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to reinstall Debian 12. I'm not gonna use Open Media Vault. It just feels like there's too many things that need to be installed for it to work. That's about it. It's telling me to give up, so I'm not gonna use Open Media Vault because, man, I just wasted 2 days doing this. What the hell, dude? This was supposed to be the new skeleton, right? I don't know what went wrong, because I changed the Bolden tube. Shouldn't be the problem. It shouldn't be heat creep, because there's nothing blocking the fans. Why? Why are you like this? So, quick update. I spent maybe 3 hours today troubleshooting Perry, this little son of a bitch. I cleaned this bed. I took this bed up to the sink upstairs in the kitchen. I washed it with detergent. You can kind of see the steel wool still on it. I couldn't get the glue off, so I used steel wool to wash it off. I did all that, and it's still clogged. So right now it feels like heat creep, but I'm not too sure. It is so annoying. One must imagine Sisyphus happy, but Sisyphus feels like he made progress. That's the whole point of his story, is that he makes it to the top and then it rolls down. Right now, it's like the boulder won't even move. I know I'm walking a lot, so I probably will just dub this over like stock footage or whatever. But right now, I feel like I'm gonna throw something against the wall, and it's probably my head. Okay, so let me explain myself. Why I think it's heat creep. First of all, I just think it is. That's a horrible explanation. The biggest problem with me thinking that it's heat creep is that there's this giant ass fan in front of it that prevents heat creep. But this is the old version, where if you see the amount of air that's actually leaving the heat break is very little. So the actual amount of cooling is probably not as much as it could be. But this is good news, because we can finally be bees. We could live for 30 years. Anyways, my point is, we can finally be bees. What I'm saying is, if I replace the skeleton to the new design, which is what I'm trying to print, then I can probably prevent heat creep and print at higher temperatures. But I need to print first. But this is good news. We could finally be bees. Fellas, I am so angry right now because I spent a whole week trying to figure out what the fuck went wrong with my printer. I looked at retraction length, retraction speed, de-retraction speed. That's a double prefix right there. I changed the Bowden tube. I fixed a bunch of things, hoping that they would be the problem, but it still didn't work. So the last resort was maybe it's the filament, right? Because all of these problems came up when I changed filament. I changed the color and the manufacturer. Now you realize I haven't showed you anything just yet because when I changed the filament back, it worked. So that also means I can't print anything on this thing just yet until a new rule comes in, because all the upgrades need more than this much filament, because that's very little. But anyways, I guess I have to end the video here. I know it's a very unsatisfying video because I basically got nothing done. I still need to put this BL Touch probe on. I can't do it just yet because I don't have a working mount that doesn't obstruct the fan, and I don't want to put it in front of the fan because heat creep is scaring the shit out of me right now. So yeah, I'm just not gonna mount the BL Touch just yet. And also, I don't have enough filament to print the new skeleton for this piece, which mounts the orbiter extruder. So basically, all that I did this month was model these pieces, and then I just cried about it. If you want to hear me cry more, feel free to subscribe, hit the like, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!